Congratulations to the New York Giants for knocking off the evil Empire Patriots and winning Super Bowl 46. Paul Konerko speaks out at SoxFest 2012 with a lot of interesting things to say. And then we talk to Taj Gibson of the Bulls, a very important player at key points in the game. Then we flash back to our 2011 championship match held at Salerno's just a couple weeks back. You know this White Sox player from 1993, we'll tell you. Check out my website, benkowski.com, for my weekly article and up-to-the-minute trivia sites. From wherever Chicago's sports teams are making news, this is the 23rd year of the Lansing Floral Sports Spotlight. Flowers for every imaginable occasion at Lansing Floral Shop. Call them at 708-474-1212. They deliver. Kelly's Tavern has Benkowski Trivia at 4403 South Wallace, Friday, February 17th, and again on March 2nd at 8 p.m. Come out and play, have a great time, bring some friends, have a couple of brews. Kelly's Tavern, 4403 South Wallace. Want to get a haircut from a great hairstylist? Call mine, Rose Murillo, 312-726-2201. With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. Be safe with Sureway Insurance Company, 3312 North Milwaukee. Call my friend Jean at 773-282-2022. She has the answers on your auto, home, business, life coverage, including SR22 coverage drivers. Call Sureway Insurance.
Hi, my name is Rose, and I've been a skilled hairstylist for over 10 years. I specialize in men's haircuts and in corrective color. Come visit me at Salon 203 at 203 North LaSalle, 312-726-2201. And while you're at it, come in and get a shoe shine and a shave. It's a great place where a man can be a man.
Since 1967, El Jardín has been serving the finest Mexican food. Before, after, or during ball games, located conveniently just 3 blocks south of Wrigley Field, 3335 North Clark. Whether there's a game or not, you still get hungry, and El Jardín has great service, great food, and great drinks. I've enjoyed every meal I've had there, and you will too. So get to El Jardín for great Mexican food at 3335 North Clark Street in Chicago. You'll be glad you did. We're talking Bulls basketball, starting off the new year. I posed this question to Luol, and I'll pose it to you, kind of a mixed bag. You win such an impressive game by 40 points, but you're missing a couple players, so kind of taxes the roster a little bit.
Yeah, but we've been in this situation last year with Carlos and Joakim going down early in the season, and we still weathered through the storm and got impressive wins. And now we're looking forward to doing the same thing. Even when a guy hurt, we know there's other guys willing to step up. And one thing about our team, we always put in a lot of work. So there's always a lot of guys ready to step up. So I'm looking forward to seeing who's going to step up next.
Well, anytime the rotation is condensed, that probably means a little bit more minutes for yourself. And you're saying that's not a bad thing?
It's sometimes not a bad thing. Sometimes it's better to get these kind of reps early, so when playoff time comes, you have the confidence and you have the belief system in yourself to play well. And it's going to be a short but kind of long season, a lot of back-to-back, so we're going to really need everybody.
Yeah, with that 66 condensed thing, what do you think the effect will be, and will maybe a younger team like yourselves benefit, and some other older teams struggle from it?
We're going to benefit from having everybody back from a successful season last year. We got a lot of guys that's gotten better, and a lot of guys that understand what they need to do nowadays, and for our team to win games. And for a veteran team like ourselves now, we call ourselves a veteran team, even though we're young, because we weathered through the storm so many different times, so many different late clock games, so many rough road games. So we're ready for any kind of punch any team throws at us now this year.
What were some of the things that you learned either about defense or offense or just the NBA concept last year that they're helping you now?
I learned how to really take care of the ball and get good shots late, especially in the playoffs. Every possession comes down to one shot. It's so important. And now we can get into games now early in the season. Look at the way our team passes the ball. Look at how our team take care of the ball. It's phenomenal, and especially from my standpoint, just learning it and being in that kind of situation. Only in my second year, it was kind of a great thing to learn.
You know, it's something just popped in my head when you were talking about that. I thought about on defense and football. We both watch football, and how it's hard for a defender to stay with somebody for the whole play. So if you're late in the clock, obviously it sounds like you're continuing to move and cut and keep yourself available for that kind of pass.
Yeah. You never can let down. When you're on the court, you got to go 48 minutes. That's the whole motto of our team. Whenever you're out there, give it your all, push. Don't look for letdowns. Don't let the give up. Just keep going until you can't go anymore. And that's one thing about the NBA basketball system. You never can lack up. You never can just give anything so easy because a guy might just blow right by you. So you always have to stay on your toes. Especially with this short season, guys are a lot more fresher, guys are a lot more quicker. So just have to stay ready.
And to wrap up, one of the things too that when you're on defense, you seem to have kind of some innate shot blocking ability. Can you talk about that and it as a weapon?
It's just basically timing. Just hand-eye coordination. Just being ready and being able and being patient to just get the shot block. A lot of times, you got a lot of shot blockers, like great shooters throughout this league. You just have to find your way to fit in and take your time. And that's one thing about this league, a lot of good scorers. So you have to watch them on film and learn your skill, because it's not easy.
Well, obviously, there's a man who studies, and if he keeps doing his homework, more good things will happen. And we'll be back with more of the Spotlight right after these messages. I feel like I'm giving a stay in school thing. Since 1955, Rosangela's Pizza has been there for you at 95th and California, across from Little Company Mary Hospital. You can call them at 708-422-2041. Everything homemade, including the sauce. Great beef and meatball sandwiches, pasta, chicken, seafood, desserts. Dine in for lunch and dinner. Rosangela's, 95th and California. It's always the season for Riley's Trick Shop at 6442 West 111th in Worth. Or you can call them at 708-448-0075. Right now they have football strip cards, a wide selection of Halloween costumes and tricks and treats. And then for later in the year, Santa suits. So for all your needs, especially Halloween, Riley's Trick Shop on 111th Street. Nuevo Leon, for the best Mexican cuisine since 1962. Serving every day from 7 a.m. to midnight, conveniently located 1515 West 18th Street, just a block east of Ashland in Chicago. Of course, they have breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and a wide range of menu items. Everything from steak, seafood, to breakfast, to chicken, pork, dine-in, carry-out, tacos, enchiladas, everything you can imagine, and great quality at Nuevo Leon, 1515 West 18th. You've got to call Vince's Towing. If you need road service, flatbed service, or you want the highest price paid to you for a junk car, call 773-581-7647. They did a great job for me, and they'll do it for you. Call Vince's Towing, 773-581-7647. I'm fighting off hitting the snack table because I had to tell you what's coming up on the show. We're, of course, at Sox Fest. And a guy I've really learned to respect since he came to the Sox in 1999, one of the true professional hitters of our era, and that's Paul Konerko. And not only is he an excellent hitter, and I think an underrated fielder, and this segment might have a funny exchange about him downplaying his fielding ability, and me and Les Grabstein telling him he's wrong. But a guy whose mental approach to the game is certainly right on the mark, and his consistency has him rising and chasing down Frank Thomas in several all-time White Sox offensive categories. We talked to Paul about the new configuration of the White Sox, including Robin Ventura and a few other things, and he answers, as always, in his thoughtful, serious, expansive way. The one and only, PK.
the guilty part of it is where, where you finish second or you finish third, and it wasn't because of what I just said. That's all I think anybody's looking for, and I'm not conceding anything. I hope anybody who's seen me play or go out there that it's okay to say the Tigers are a great team. It's okay to say Cleveland is pretty good, and they got one of the better pitching staffs you'll see. I'm not conceding anything. I'm not saying that, if that team's better than us, that for some reason we're going to lose. All I'm saying is there's a right way to do it, and if we go out and do that for 6 months and we don't finish on top, I can live with it. I hope everybody else can. I mean, I've been with the team, this is my 13th, I don't even know, 13th or 14th year, and I think other than my first year, which was definitely kind of a rebuilding, bunch of young guys, I would say every year since then, we've gone into the season saying we should make the playoffs. We have a team to make the playoffs in this division. So anything short of that was not a success. I would say with this team that, to answer that question, could this team have a successful season without making it to the playoffs? I'd say the first time since 1999, I'd say the answer to that question is yes. So I hope no one reads into that to saying that I've already conceded or that I don't plan on winning or anything like that, because I think that's not the way I play and it's not the way I approach things. I just think you also have to have a grip on expectations, and I think this team will play better if we play with that looseness, as if to say, you know what, no one's expecting anything. Let's just go out and do it right, do what Robin wants us to do, have at it. And you know what, if we don't finish in first place at the end of the year, let it be because the team beat us, not because we gave them an inning or an out or a win anywhere along the road. If we can do that, then I think we're all fine with that. And you know what, if that happens, the team will be that much more dangerous for the following year.
Could you see yourself in that mindset for the rest of your career, though? Do you have the patience to sort of, to ride that out for more than 2 years?
If I say I do, that makes it sound like I'm okay with losing or I'm okay with not having. I think with me, it's more, I find the success in as an individual, and I've kind of got onto this the last handful of years, is that just the process of doing it right, like every single day, that not even looking up at the results until the end of the year. But also, I think what keeps you going a little bit is that in baseball now, especially with like this new wild card thing, I mean, like, it seems like every team can kind of get in there. Like it seems like there's a lot more. It's a little more fluid than. I mean, look at like Cleveland last year. I mean, they didn't win the division, but into July and August, everybody was very surprised at what happened there. They didn't expect it, I'm sure. The people that run that team. So I mean, you always know that that's possible. So I mean, you never sit there and say, all it takes is for a team to play well, another guy get hurt, this and that. Next thing you know, a team's winning a division you didn't see coming. So, I mean, to answer your question, I mean, there's a very small gap between, like, someone saying, well, that team's got the goods to get to the playoffs, and a team, they say, well, they're kind of on the outskirts. It's a very fine line. So, I don't know if you mean, like, would I want to go somewhere else? I mean, I can't pick. There's maybe only 2 or 3 teams in baseball, let's just say 5, that you'd say, okay, if you went to that team, you're almost guaranteed to go to the playoffs. 5, and I'm pretty sure they already got first baseman. So the rest of them, I would say, are in the same boat, like where you feel like we got a pretty good team, but there's no guarantees here. And there's really no guarantees anywhere, but you know what I mean. I mean, you go to the Yankees, you go to the Red Sox, Angels, Texas, those teams that, hey, listen, they've done a lot, and they've kept what they've had, and they've thrown it out there, and there's a good chance that they're going to make it to the playoffs. Other than that, I mean, just sit there as a player and say, well, I don't like the way this team's going, put me on that team. I'm not sure how many teams have a better, what I mean? It's like there's a lot of, I don't know. Last year at this time, everybody was saying it's a good thing you didn't sign with the Diamondbacks because they suck. And here they are in the playoffs. So it's just funny how that kind of stuff works out, just to show you how teams can flip-flop their fate within a year, what people think of them,
Can you talk about the 2 openers that you have? The season opener is in Texas, your home opener, you got Detroit. Obviously, it's 2 tests on both of your so-called opening days.
Yeah, to me, that's just kind of the American League in general. I mean, there's no pushovers in this league anymore. In fact, we're hoping we're not one of the pushovers. But, no, I mean, yeah, you're going to get off the bat in Texas, you're going to get that place will be rocking. They obviously can swing the bats. I think everybody's looking forward to the fact that'll be good weather. We actually did open up there, I think, in 2000. I'm right. Which is nice from the standpoint, yeah, you're going to be playing a great team, but I think everybody would rather play in good weather than cold weather. At least you get as many as you can in April anyways. But yeah, I mean, I can't think of any teams you play anywhere in the American League now where the guy you're facing that night or the team you're playing isn't like have some sort of thing about them that's like good. You know what I mean? Maybe it's just it goes in cycles, but I mean, you remember.
And we'll have more of Paul Konerko coming up in future weeks right here on the Spotlight. Stay with us. With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. You've got to get to Lansing Floral Shop. Open at 8 a.m. daily. Besides a great array of live flowers, they have custom silks, Bridgewater candles. They want you to plan your parties early at a wide delivery area. They're located at 3420 Ridge Road in Lansing, or you can call 708-474-1212. Weddings, funerals, birthdays, anniversaries, and guys, try the No Reason flower. Believe me, it works. Lansing Floral Shop. Give them a call, 708-474-1212. You've got to get to the Dirty Sock for great food, great drink, and Benkowski trivia. I'll be at 93rd and Roberts Road, Wednesday, February 8th at 7:30 p.m. Thursday, February 16th at 7:30 p.m. Once again, it's at 93rd and Roberts Road, easy to get to off 95th Street, Harlem, 294, you name it. All roads lead to the Dirty Sock. Come play in the area's classiest billiard center, Jukebox Billiards, 7910 Calumet Avenue in Munster, 2 blocks south of 8094. Selling the most famous names of pool tables and billiard equipment. Specializing in table recovery and moving of tables. A complete pro shop with the most brand names of cues and cases. Celebrating over 20 years, excellence, top billiard tables, the place where the action is, Jukebox Billiards, 7910 Calumet in Munster. We're back in the spotlight at the 2011 Benkowski Trivia Championship match at Salerno's. We pick up the action roughly midway through the game. Let's take it away.
2 Best Pictures contained in their title last names of people that began with S. Last names of people that began with S. And these 2 90s Best Pictures.
They want to ask them if there's no final one.
5 seconds. Going.
Shawshank Redemption, Schindler's List.
Shawshank is not right. I didn't hear the other. We go to Charlie Horse Munster. 5 seconds. I got it. Going. So sorry. We go to Antitonia. Always try to talk about it before I come to you, and then you'll have way more time to talk about it. These 2 movies have S last names in their title, and they're 90s Best Pictures. Going. Out of time. We go to J&B.
And the correct answer, Shakespeare in Love and Schindler's List. Those were the 2 from the 90s. Now back to the game.
Striped Sharks. Movies. In the 80s, 3 Best Pictures had titles that included the word of, O-F. Name those 3. Five seconds. Going. Here's your pizza.
Chariots of Fire.
I heard Chariots of Fire.
Chariots of Fire. Terms of Endearment.
Yes.
Out of Africa.
Yes. Guys, sir. Pull it out. Team Salerno.
That was big, Pat.
It's a 90s song done by, and it's 3 words, females. Sing it. I need some love like I never needed love before. Wanna make love to you, baby. Have a little love. What do you think?
4 down ones.
Thank you.
I always want the song title, and that's not it. So we go to Team Cobblestone.
Hear it one more time?
Yeah. I need some love like I never needed love before. Wanna make love to you, baby. Had a little love, now I'm back for more. 5 seconds. Going.
You guys are on it?
Going. So sorry. We go to Make It Rain.
Can we get it once more? Sorry, I'm so excited about the pizza.
Here we go. I need some love like I never needed love before. Wanna make love to you, baby. Had a little love, now I'm back for more.
What's the
3 words.
Third Eye Blind.
That's not a song title. These are exclusively song titles, and they'll never be anything else. To the dirty side.
Come on, Mike, you're good.
60.
I guess the band that
5 seconds.
Lost in Love.
Lost in Love is not it. We go to Renegades.
No doubt about it.
5 seconds. Going. So, louder, please. No. We go to Charlie Horse Munster.
2 become 1.
2 become 1 is right.
And we'll have more trivia coming up soon.
I eat on the pasta twice just...
Salerno's Restaurant and Pizzeria at Grand and Racine is the place to go before United Center Pavilion, Bulls, Hawks, Cubs, and Sox too. Dine in or carry out with great family recipes, including homemade pastas, steaks, seafood, a great fun bar area. Meet people, have a tremendous time. At Salerno's Restaurant and Pizzeria, Grand and Racine, you'll find a great variety of foods for you to enjoy at Salerno's. Go play at Red Shoes Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski in Ulsan, featuring 16 Brunswick Gold Crown pool tables, drop fluorescent lighting fixtures, and the fabulous grade of cloth. Call 708-388-3700. That's Red Shoe Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski. Lanigan's Irish Pub is the place to be at 3119 West 111th Street, right by Kedzie. Live music on Sunday with Fast Eddie. Drink specials daily, including a $1.50 domestic bottles on Thursday, $3 Guinness on Tuesday. Call for karaoke information on Friday. Party room, too. All that available at Lanigan's Irish Pub, 3119 West 111th Street on the beautiful south side of Chicago. Get there, Lanigan's Irish Pub. Lindy's Chili Gertie's Ice Cream at 110th and Kedzie has it all. From fresh-made burgers, fries, hot dogs, chicken, turkey, Polish, shrimp, tuna, barbecue, ham, tamales, quesadillas. They've got salads and plenty of ice cream with sundaes, banana splits, and seasonal favorites. Get all these things at Lindy's Chili, which is where I start, but I always get a little something extra, at 110th and Kedzie. We're back in the spotlight at New Comiskey Park, and it's time to talk serious baseball and a rejuvenation of summer, I guess you could say. Summer is officially here. The Bulls are finished, and as great as they played, it's time to concentrate on the summer game. And we're talking with Don Paul about the White Sox, who have really come on in the last few weeks, and a lot of things have gelled for your club. It's got to be a good overall feeling. You guys seem very loose.
Yeah, it's good. Like I say, it's funny. It seems like summer has started now. The Bulls are done. Now everybody's turning their attention to baseball. You know, we weren't playing all that well for the first part of the season here. We were hanging around first place, but we weren't playing as well as we should at all. And it kind of was overlooked because of all the Bulls stuff going on. So nobody really noticed or criticized us or anything really. But now the focus is probably on us because we are right up there near first place, in first place right now, and. Yeah, everything's been going pretty well lately. We won, 4 in a row or something like that, but we're playing good baseball now. We need to keep it up.
Your pitching staff has been under extreme scrutiny, I guess you could say, and a lot of it has to do with youth, but also with a couple of guys maybe who didn't respond, and then a couple of injuries, some unusual situations. There was some speculation for a while that maybe you would come in and give a stab at some starting, and you know, personally, I rooted for it because I would have liked to have seen you gotten the shot, even if you were a 6-and-fly guy. But what about that?
Maybe you were the one that started the rumors then, because that's all it was rumors, and the only people that talked about it were the media, really, the newspaper and the talk show people, really. I don't think anybody in the White Sox really seriously considered it. So, sure, it would have been nice to start. I would love to start if they wanted me to start, but I love pitching and relief too. It doesn't matter to me really where I'm pitching. I just want to really be the best player I can be at whatever role they want me to do. I just want to be the best at that. And if it's long relief or middle relief or closer or starter, whatever it is, I just want to do it.
Well, certainly the way Jack and Wilson and Alex have pitched early on, they haven't given you a lot of room, for activity. But if we could pick an average kind of Don Paul performance in 1993, describe the number of innings and what got done.
There is no average performance for me this year. It's funny because I've been used in so many different roles, all in relief, but I've had 5 1/3 inning stints, a couple of those. I've come in, pitched one batter in the 8th inning, pitched the 9th inning. You know, I've warmed up in the 1st inning of a game, ended up getting the save in the game. So, I mean, like I said, I've been used all over the boards. Anything but starting, but I've been all over the board. So there is no average outing for me, it seems like now.
And what about that? I mean, it would seem like that would provide extra wear and tear on the arm, but you haven't had any problems.
No, everything's pretty good, really. I just go out there every night with the attitude that just be ready at any time, really. You know, be ready from the 1st inning almost all the way till the end of the game. And that's the attitude I take, and I try to stay ready all the time.
And that White Sox team went on to play in the 1993 playoffs, only to fall to Toronto in 6 games. That's about all the time we have. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week. This week's show has been brought to you by the Lansing Floral Shop. Call for your flowers at 708-474-1212. Huck Finn, a great wide-ranging menu, along with donuts and ice cream. Open 24 hours at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Imprint Graphics, leaders in booklet, perfect bound saddle stitch. Very competitive pricing, 708-396-1010.